Okay, so I have a long story to tell you. Hello everyone, so today I'm going to be talking about what happened last Friday. So it's been like a week since this actually happened, but like I needed to like process the whole thing before I could even like tell the whole story and get like all the facts straight and everything like that. So I wrote everything down. I went to a Fifth Harmony concert in New Jersey with Matt, Xavier, Paula, and then like Matt's like school friends or whatever. So yeah, that's why I'm bald right now, because I went to a Fifth Harmony concert and now I'm bald. So I have a whole story because a lot happened at this concert, and yeah. Basically, it started out with a couple months ago, me and Matt wanted to go to this concert. It's like a radio concert that Fifth Harmony was going to be at and Troye Sivan's going to be at. So we wanted to go. So it's in New Jersey and he lives in New Jersey. So like everything worked out or whatever. So we ended up buying tickets. I ended up inviting my friends Paula and Xavier to go with me with Matt and everyone like that. So I invited them. So we all drove up together. So Paula and Xavier drove to my house and then we drove up all together to New Jersey. So as we were going there, so like we were already like literally, because we were supposed to be there by 6. And it was like 5:50 and Matt was like in line and he was like, they're letting us in now, and we were still like 5 minutes away or whatever, and we missed the turn. So we ended up having to go a mile around a lake right when we were supposed to like turn onto the street that like the actual park was on. There was traffic, a lot. Me and Paula and Xavier ended up like getting out of the car. We went into a neighborhood and we wanted to get out of the car and we were just gonna walk through the woods and then just be over with it. But when we got out of the car, the woods were literally like 5-foot high grass. So we weren't gonna do that. So we ended up going through the traffic and then we were just stopped, like we weren't moving at all. And so we got out of the car again and we walked half a mile to the place. Right when we were about to enter the actual park though, my mom like drove past us, and so we got in the car and then we drove into the park, so that all worked out and everything like that, but we were still late. So then when I got there, Matt was already the front of general admission, so when he had to come all the way out of general admission and then meet me at the gate, give me my ticket, and then I had to get in. So we got to front of general admission and seats were horrible. Literally, we were so far away and there was no possibility of us even trying to stay there. The way that radio concerts work a lot of the time, there's like general admission and then there's seated, and a lot of the time seated is for like fans of the music, and then general admission is just for like parents who like want to come or something, or just like people who are going to a radio festival or whatever. So we didn't get seated, but we wanted to get seated. So Matt's friends had gotten seated. So they thought that maybe if they took their tickets, like the people who like we were gonna take the people's tickets who already got in and seated and see if it worked. Matt's friends Gwen and Nina went into, they got 2 tickets and then they went into the seated area and they got through. So we were like, oh, okay. So literally one by one, we ended up like getting everyone through to seated, and Paula and Xavier ended up getting like 3rd row for Troye Sivan, and then they actually got kicked out because they got caught, and then me, Matt, and Ava and Kim, like all these other people were in like 10th row, and we were actually with people who had real tickets, so it's not like we would get kicked out or anything like that. So then after Troye came on, Paula runs over to me and I was like, what's going on? And she was like, I already got kicked out, but I just danced with Dinah. I was like, what? She was just like, follow me. So I literally ran out of the venue and circled all the way around the venue. Like I was not even in the park anymore, and there was no re-entry, so there was like no possible way of me getting back in anyways. So I didn't know that at the time when I was running out though. But so I ran out and we were in this back area and it was literally just me and Paula, and then all of a sudden we realized that they're all in front of us. Like literally 5 girls, the Fifth Harmony was 20 feet in front of us. And so we didn't scream, we didn't want to do anything because we wanted them to come over, but I just like stared Lauren in the eyes because I wanted her to look at me. And you know that glare that Lauren does where she's like, yeah, that's what she did to me. And I was terrified. Eventually we actually were standing there for like 10 minutes and they weren't moving or anything like that. So then we just like didn't scream, but we like kind of yelled a little bit, can we have pictures or whatever? And then they just sort of ignored us, and then they ended up going in the tour bus. So yeah, Fifth Harmony hates us. But since none of them came over, we saw them though, so I called Matt because I didn't know whether or not he wanted to meet them. So I called him, he came running out with Gwen, and then we waited for a little while, but then they realized that they couldn't get back in. So then they were trying to find a way back in, and they ended up finding like this gate or whatever that they could open and close, so they just went through that. So then we waited for like 45 minutes just sitting there doing nothing, just waiting for the girls, and we saw Troye a couple times, and we saw Melanie Martinez Charlie Puth. And then we saw Camila. She was just like eating lunch with Troy for like 45 minutes, and we just stared at her the whole time. But then all of the girls started going into their tour bus, and so we said, can we just get a real quick picture and everything like that? And they all just like sort of waved or whatever. And then Allie was the last one to go in. And then we said, Allie, can we get a picture? And she said, she was the only one who actually replied to us. And she said, after I get changed. And then, so we were like, okay, whatever. And then she talked to some guy or something, and I think she asked if she could do it now because she knew that she wouldn't be able to do it after she got changed. So all of a sudden she came running over to us, and then I legit climbed onto the fence and held her hand, and I was like, Allie, hello, how are you? And I just, you know, we talked for a little bit, but like not like a conversation or whatever. I just like talked to her about how much I loved her and everything like that. I did that, and then, you know, Paula, Xavier, Matt, and this other girl were there, and we were just like, can we take pictures with you? And she was like, yeah, we can take pictures and everything like that. So she called a security guard over, and he was just like, we'll just take one big picture, someone give me their phone. So I gave him my phone, and then we took a group picture with her, and I'll just show that right now. So yeah, I got a group picture with her, and then she left, and she just thanked us, and we thanked her and everything like that, and it was just like that was perfect. I love Allie so much, but we still wanted to wait because we thought that the girls, like when they went on to go to the stage, maybe they would be able to take a picture with us, but we still wanted to see the concert, so we had to think of a way to like get around. And we were kind of talking about like the different ways that we were gonna get like back into the venue, and then all of a sudden these people who were waiting for like Melanie or something said, do you want general admission tickets? We were like, what? Because we already had tickets to get back into the seated venue. We didn't have tickets to get back into the actual whole venue in itself. So, just like, yeah, we have 6 extra general admission tickets because we're here for like a school trip thing. I don't know. I was like, okay, sure. So they called their friend, and then all of a sudden we see the girls, and they walk to go on stage, and we were like, we need to leave now. So we started running. We didn't even have the tickets, and we were just like, we'll find a way in. Matt actually found a way in because he went through some alley and like knocked a bar out of the way and like slid through the fence. We weren't gonna do that. We were just gonna try and find a way out some other way in. We were like running around again, but there was security like surrounding the whole place, so we didn't know what to do. All of a sudden, these people come up to us, the people with the tickets, and they were just like, we have the tickets like right here. The girl's like right over there. Do you want them? We were like, yeah. So we got them. She gave us all 6 tickets, I think, and then we ran to the front. We literally ran, I think, a mile or like half a mile at least or something like that, all the way around the venue to the front of the gate. And we were like, basically we said that we were really, really late and we got stuck in traffic and we were only here to see Fifth Harmony, but like we have our tickets ready. So then we were like, just scan them or whatever, and then they were getting their scanners out, and then the guy was like, no time, just let them through. We were like, okay. We got through that, and then we literally, we were gonna run, but we physically could not run. Like, I was about to throw up blood and just die right there. Paula thought she was having a heart attack, and Xavier was fine. So we got to the thing. I pushed through so many people. I was done. I was singing to Worth It, because literally the second Worth It was starting, that's when we got in the venue. It was like the most perfect timing ever. So we got into the concert, and then I met up with Matt, and then I just started climbing all over people. I was on top of chairs. I was going crazy, and we ended up getting into the concert, and I was just so happy. I did the whole work from home choreography, like, in the middle of the thing. It was so great. So yeah, if you ever go to a radio concert, don't do what I did. Don't leave the venue. Don't try and sneak back in a million times, because I literally went in the venue and out the venue 40 times, and you're not supposed to do that. There's no re-entry, so I just snuck in a couple times, but don't do that. So yeah, that is basically my whole Fifth Harmony concert experience. Thank you all so much for watching, and oh wait, I didn't even do my thank you all so much for watching. Make sure you go follow all the social media in my outro, and make sure you go subscribe and like all my other videos, and like this video, and comment on every single video, and just do whatever you want. And bye.
That's my girl. Yeah, who's been working so damn